Yeah, I think it's been a really good season in a lot of aspects really. Just a little bit disappointed that we finished second, but we're quite a way behind where Bromsgrove were. So again, I'd like to pay congratulations to Bromsgrove on a fantastic season. If they've not got beat today, then to go a whole season undefeated, I think is a marvellous achievement. But taking nothing away from our lads, I mean, we've been great, and I still say that we are the best footballing side in this league on our day. But too many times we've tried to play when I think we need to be a bit more pragmatic in our approach in certain games. And the last sort of half a dozen games we've done that. We've tried to sort of tame our game down a little bit, and it's worked. And I think that's something that we've got to learn as coaching staff and managers, that we go into next year now with a little bit more of a pragmatic approach when we're defending, and rather than playing in and around our box where we've given some silly goals away this year. If we can tighten that area up, then obviously we'll have a hell of a season next year.
A couple of key points. Obviously, we had the injury to Samiago during the season, lengthy spell out on the sidelines for Sully as well, and also the inconsistency in the selection at the back four, personnel-wise.
I think it's hard to replace people like Paul Sullivan and Samiago. It really is difficult to replace that. But for me, I think where you win or lose your leagues, and strikers will win your games, defences and defenders and goalkeepers and defending right will win your leagues and titles, and that's what Bromsgrove have done really well this year. They've gone all season undefeated and they've conceded 22, 23 goals, and we've conceded double that. So there lies a problem, and that's what we've got to work on during pre-season and close season, is how we shape that up for next year. The recruitment policy that we get in, I think we've got the right players to do that within the current squad. But we just need to tweak and work with them on what we want when we're out of possession of the football, because we do give teams chances, even teams like the other night, Chelmsley, it's a one-sided game in a lot of instances the other night, but we still conceded 3 goals. And that's not good enough for us. You can't go and win 5 and 6 every game. You have to then sort of sometimes just tighten the game out a little bit and win it 1-0 or 2-0 and be tight and be hard to beat. And that's what the team who have won the league this year, Bromsgrove, have done. That's exactly what they've done. They've scored a few goals, but they've kept it really tight at the back, and that's what we've got to aim and achieve next year.
Pretty much a record-breaking season in all categories, despite the irregularity at the back. Still the best season in terms of goals conceded, best season in points scored, best season in goals scored. So the lads out there on the pitch have done it week in, week out.
Yeah, as I said, there's been lots of progression. You can't, we have to understand we're 3 years old. That's all we are. So in every season we've progressed, and there comes a point where the progression has to start, and you have to then go and earn your right. And I think next year we have to put the pressure on ourselves and on the players, because the supporters will be expecting next year that's what we should be aiming to do, is to hopefully go on and win this league next year. But it's been a very, very good season. I don't want to take anything away from anybody, because I think the lads in there, we've got a fantastic group of footballers in there, and I say footballers, they're not just lads that will come out and well eat. They do try and get down and play. They try and entertain. It doesn't always work, but not for the one to try and. But we just have to learn to be, as I say, a little bit more pragmatic in the approach in certain games, especially in the big games when it really matters. That's when we've got to be on our mettle, and I think we've got the personnel to do it.
Talk about the group of players that we've got. Obviously, we've unearthed 1 or 2 young guys that have came into the fold this year. James Williams at fullback, Lee Thomas continuing to develop, and then the likes of Sully came into the fold. All that's really up the standard and up the level.
Westy, Butch, you can keep going, can't you? People forget we have got such a young side, really. And I don't want to single anybody out, but as I said, Lee Thomas again. This year, obviously we've seen massive progression from him. But the one that really stood out for me really is James. James Williams. He came to us at the start of the season as a wing back, and he's not played in that position at all. He's had to go in at full back. He's had to go in at centre half, and that lad his attitude is second to none. His ability. He will go on and progress and be a very, very, very good footballer. I hope he stays with us for another year, because I think that'll be good for his development. But as I said, who knows what will happen now? But yeah, we have got some very, very good players in there. Westy, again today you've seen it, very consistent. And what he gives you, Westy is very, very consistent. As I say, Butts and Sully, some real quality right the way throughout the side. And if we can mix that in with the right experience next year, with your likes of your Ryan Seals and hopefully Francina Francis and Jamal, if we can get Jammer back and Pads, then who knows where this side could really go.
Obviously, it seems a bit previous mentioning this already, as we've only just finished one season, but pre-season will soon be upon us. Obviously, a more moment for reflection, but then into the grind for the pre-season.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there's no time for reflection because we've already been speaking about the new season in the last week or two and what we'd like to keep and who we want to try and who we want to try and bring in. So yeah, a couple of weeks off now, really to sort of just reflect, as you say, rightly so, on what's been a good season. But as I said, the work will start in the next 2 to 3 weeks now, ready for next year. The pre-season scheduling is already out, the training's already out there, the games are already out there. So it's about recruitment now, working on that, as I say, and getting the lads having a good rest, will and break themselves, and then we hit the ground running at the end of June.
Nice one. Have a good summer, Tom. Cheers.
Lovely. Thank you. That's great.